This is a tutorial about SeeSaw, a learning management system that enables teachers and students to create, communicate using technology. Teachers have a variety of ways to share learning tasks and assignments and activities, and students have a variety of ways that they can share their work as well. They can communicate through blogs, feedback, and portfolios. You can learn more about SeeSaw through this article that Common Sense Media did, and it gives you a lot more details about it. Other benefits of SeeSaw is that it is user-friendly. It appeals to even the youngest learners, as young as kindergarten. It's compatible with iPads, and it provides many opportunities to be interactive with your students digitally. And there are tutorials on YouTube that can help you learn a lot more about how you can use SeeSaw. Some of the drawbacks is that it does involve fees. Yes, there is a free level, but to get everything that it has to offer, you need to pay something. It will take IT support, since both teachers and each individual student needs to have some sort of technology device, and it works best when your whole school is using it, which could be a bit daunting. Because SeeSaw is a learning management system, it covers all of the levels of SMAR. You can just print and upload your worksheets, which would just substitute a digital version for a pen and paper version. You can also augment these assignments by making them interactive, your worksheets and activities. And you can modify how you run your class, because it offers opportunities for students to collaborate using blogs, and students to also submit work using videos and photos, which they could not do with a pen and paper. It can actually redefine your class in that you can run your class asynchronously, and it also brings in the parent support that you would not get in a brick and mortar classroom. So I'm going to give you an example of how you can make an interactive activity for students in using SeeSaw. Once you're logged in and signed into SeeSaw, you go into My Library, and we're going to create a new activity. Here it's very easy. You put in the topic of your activity. Since we've been working on grammar, and this unit is on grammar, we're going to do something on base sentences. And then here in this text box, you actually define what the students will be doing. So here are my final instructions. I'm asking the students to help me correct my mistakes. It's interactive in that they will be dragging things from one box to another. Especially for the little ones, this is a great feature where I can add my voice instructions. So here I'm going to say, Mrs. Blotter made some mistakes. Please help her correct them by dragging the right sentences to the correct box. So there, I just save it. And now they have just some added verbal information to help them understand the activity. Now that I have the instructions all complete with my verbal instructions, I'm now ready to create the template for the activity. What I've done previously is I've created a Google slide that has my basic worksheet here, and I created that into a PDF, which then I just upload into SeeSaw. So there I've just uploaded it, and now I can add to this slide. So I will be doing that by adding some text boxes. And remember that I'm doing this incorrectly. So I'm not going to drag these boxes into the correct spot. I'm going to actually put them in the wrong spot, because I want children to drag them to the correct box. So here I have a sentence. I'm also going to add a layer where I'm going to add some pictures. Now, one way to add pictures is this way, because I don't have these already on my computer. So I just go into Google Images, copy the image, and then come back here, paste it, adjust my size, and add it there. And again, I'm putting them in the incorrect spot. Another way you can add pictures or images is going here to the camera. You can add photos, videos, or upload JPEGs or anything you already have, and those will go in there as well. So here I have my final slide where students can be able to drag the sentences as well as the pictures into the correct box. I've added the picture layer because that will help students visualize the sentence, and that's just another way to assess their ability to visualize what they are reading. I can add as many slides as I want to this lesson. I'm going to add another slide so that students have the opportunity to create their own sentences. And here I'm going to work on the slide directly within SeeSaw. So here I'm going to ask the students to write a sentence about a pet. And I can adjust that. So just like this, kind of like you were working in PowerPoint or Google Slides. And if I want to set it off, here you have these style. I want to fill it with kind of that nice yellow, maybe a little darker. And then once I have written the instructions, I do not want the students to manipulate this. So I'm going to come down here and lock it. So that means they cannot change it at all. Here is going to be their text box that they are going to write their sentence in. So I'm going to just create a big text box for them and where they will write, and I'm not going to lock it because they are going to need to write their sentences in there. So here's the final second slide, the text box where the students will write their own sentence. And the way they would do that is just like what I would do, create their sentence. Let's say dogs are cute is their sentence. So they write that. And then they will circle which base sentence they just wrote. They'll find one and they can use the highlighter or the pencil option, and they would circle the right answer, and then boom, they submit it. And they have had many different opportunities to interact with these slides and show and demonstrate their understanding of this grammar concept.